Hello, those who are wondering what is web content development and what is navigation. Here I am to explain to you a little bit. I'm just gonna give you an overview of the web content development and the navigation bar and the importance of them while developing your website or creating a blog. With that said, the focus is today on web content development and navigation. Um, on that note, you know the you can use any of the platform for developing your blog or website. Could be WordPress or even could be Google, but mostly people tend to use WordPress, but there are so many other the platforms that you can use. The reason why I'm I mean, even one of the website that I have, my website is on it's built on WordPress, so it's because it's easy to use. That's I feel. And you can easily create the navigation bar to and manage your content. People use it for their blogs and also for creating e-portfolios, so it's totally up to you whether you want to use WordPress or any other platform. um, when we were talking about the website and web development, there are a few couple of things that you want to basically keep in mind. Some few points you want to keep in mind. So you need to know what a web is. So it is defined as a media rather than a specific genre with the medium. um, so, talking about the website development and the content development, especially the content development within the website, the way it has to be has been changed, over the times, and you see the way people, develop the content previously. Um, it's not the way we see these days. So people are more aware of of its usability and accessibility and readability, whether how user friendly the website is or not, whether the people will have easy access to or not, how readable the site is. Those are three important things that you need to keep in your mind when you are developing the content or building your blog or website. And again, when it comes to developing the website or your web or your blog, it's not a technological consensus. It's more of a rhetorical one, meaning you would be you would be looking for the type of audience. Who is your audience? That is more important to keep in mind. So based on the audience, you design your site accordingly. And also, depending on the objectives or the mission of your site, you will put the similar contents, and also that way you will design, you'll place your navigation bar, and that's how you will organize it. So in that sense, it's more of a rhetorical one than the technological one. Again, so talking about the site, there are some of the important things that you need to think of when you are developing your content on the site. How accessible it is. It's you have to look at your site in terms of its accessibility. And also you should have the availability of the tools, and technologically supportive. You also have to make sure that you are able to establish kind of rhetorical context. So and then you map, plan, and then you create a sort of a mock-up site and make sure that it's ready to go, and then only you will publish it. And again, when you are developing the website these days, you also want to be very cognizant of people with disabilities. The people out of one out of three or four people have some sort of a disability, if you look at in the context of the US. So that's how you need to think of those things very carefully when you design your site. So make sure that all your forms and CTA, that the call to actions, are accessible, and also you provide some sort of explanation for visual and video assets. Make sure that you use logical hyperlink text that provides clear instructions for those people with some sort of disabilities. And also make sure that you are very clear in your writing. and also make sure that people will have, the users will have accessibility all across the platforms and technologies. And also you will test and test again, and if it requires some alternative text, then you want to do that. And also make sure that you use different images and maps, if it requires to create some sort of accessible document. So these are some of the very important things you need to think of if you are thinking from the perspective of people with disabilities. And again, there are different ways of placing your navigation bar. Could be hierarchical, could be linear. Everything is in the readings that I have posted to Georgia View for this week. So which layout, or what type of the web navigation bar, in what way you place, gonna make it more effective, that's totally up to you. You need to think of that based on the mission, the objectives of your website. So on that note, so again, so website, if you are thinking, if you are a web content developer of the site, then you are kind of a writer. Web designer can be compared to a writer, but in the more but you'll be working on the site rather than you'll be just typing on the Microsoft Word document. So you should be a little bit of technologically savvy, but more than that, you need to have a theoretical understanding of how to make your site more accessible and readable. So that is very important if you are building your own blog or site. So in that sense, here a web designer can be a writer, a writer can be a web designer, and as we say, the reader can be a user, or the user can be a reader. That's how you can, understand how it works, when it comes to the writing for the site. So think about these two questions for this week about accessible website, and then the navigation bar thing. So talking about this question, what makes the website more accessible for users? So think about this question, contemplate these questions, based on the readings that I have provided you with, and then go back to the navigation bar, some of the videos that I have uploaded, watch them, and then and create a menu or navigation bar of your proposed website and blog. I'm sure that you might have already started working on your site and blog, and even if those who have not, we already have a site and a blog previously, but still can go back to your site and blog and then rework on that, based on the theoretical knowledge that we have as we read, and then make sure that you have really organized your navigation bar in a way that has been suggested in the readings, and then along with the sitemap, and you can work on that. So there are a couple of videos you can watch regarding how to organize and create your website content. This is a video over here. You can watch. There are tons of videos even on YouTube, and also there is another video about regarding website sitemap. I think this also will give you an idea, and there are a couple of readings about the website and how we can make it user friendly, especially for people with disabilities. So read these articles here, and again there is another article for you, so read that, and then have a much better knowledge of what it means to be a web content development. So that is it. So let me know if you have any questions, queries or comments, and we can discuss them further.